G'day legends, it's Dylan Warren back with another episode of MBS Warren Weekly, a weekly YouTube series where you guys at home get to decide what each week's video is about. And in last week's video, you guys wanted to have a few more trick tips on the quarter pipes. So that's what we're gonna do this week. But I just picked up a package from the post office and no one else is here and I need to show someone. All right, so we're doing a mountain board demonstration this weekend here in Australia. And I just picked up the new Australian Mountainboards clothing line. I'm not going to show you all of it, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. This is my favorite, I think. Look how sick this thing is. Cool, huh? All right, so all that stuff's going to be available on the Australian Mountainboards, Oz Mountainboards website very soon, so make sure you keep your eyes out for that. But we're going to start things off over in England with Emlyn, and he's going to give you a few tips, a few tech tips for your board that you can do at home.
Hello, it's Emlyn here. I'm at this tiny little skate park. Towards the start of this year, I unfortunately injured my elbow, so I'm just getting back on a board. So I'll try and do a couple of tricks and try out the skate park. But I also wanted to go through some of the ways I customise my Dylan Warren 3. A lot of people will have a new one soon or already. I'll talk you through some customization. I'm going to try this little skate park out. It's a little bit wet, so I'm going to take it fairly easy. Trying to find my balance again and try some nose manuals and regular manuals on this little box here. Let's give it a go. It's feeling nice, so I wonder if I could get a grab in the manual without hurting myself. Okay, that was a little bit weird really. I think I look like a teapot. Just a little tip for nose manuals. Sorry if this is stating the obvious to those who are already really sick of them, but if you're just starting nose manuals on this kind of feature, like a box or driveway or a little table, whatever you want to call it, when you're coming up the ramp, lean back first of all before you go into the nose manual, and then that means you can kind of chuck your body forwards and it seems to lock you in a bit better. Tiny little lean back, then power onto the nose. Okay, next little tip here. It's not really a tip, it's just more of a personal preference from me that I'm sharing with you. Usually when you get a board from MBS, the F5 bindings are actually the other way around to how I have them here. So the writing is kind of facing outwards. So this one would be there and that one would be there. I think that's meant to be more comfortable. However, I switch them around and I find it way more comfortable this way. I find this bit here kind of goes further up your foot, so it hugs the foot in more. That's probably just down to like personal foot shape. What I'm saying is you can just try swapping your bindings. It's so easy. You just unlock this bit, see what works best for you, what's more comfortable. Right, next little bit of this tiny skate park. So a big part of the reason I wanted to come to this skate park is because it's got this funky little box here that I think could be pretty good on a mountain board. Might take a bit of getting used to, but I'll give it a go and try not to slip on the wet here. So let's see if the speed's right. Okay, so it feels pretty cool. Kind of hard work. It's quite steep for its size, but it's quite unusual to find like a box feature like this, especially in such a small skate park. So I'm going to make the most of it. Maybe try a few more grabs. Maybe I'll go for a 180 now. It's been said before, but I'll say it again, these boards are really poppy. Hopefully I can prove that with this little cannonball. Oh, dodgy Smith. So I don't really know why, but at some point on my mountain board journey, I became quite scared of backside 180s unless they were on like a little feature. So I guess I should try one now and we'll see why. Right, I should probably try a frontside 360 now, shouldn't I? I keep making excuses because of my arm, but give it a go for the vlog. So a mission for this year is definitely get my frontside threes back. They're feeling pretty ropey there. Maybe it's not the best jump for it, should be able to do them everywhere really and make them look nice. Okay, so the next tip I got from the Bryn brothers, and I haven't actually tried it myself. The idea is switch these two ladder straps around, make it easier for 1-footers, so this should fold over your binding better. Okay, so I've got my front foot unstrapped. I'm going to try a foot plant just over this box. So I'm just going to see if the skate park has got anything else to offer, or if I've got anything else to offer the skate park, and then call it a day, I think. So it's probably been done to death now, but they're one of the best feeling tricks ever. Classic backside nose pick on here. Let's see if I can add a feeble into the mix. So let's just try a quick front side nose pick, scarier of the two. So I've been kind of eyeing up this gap that goes from this grey quarter pipe here over to the grass on this side, so over this like flat bank. I think it's got maximum potential slippage either on the paint or on the grass itself, because it's pretty wet over here. I'll try just airing onto the flat bank first, and then I'll see how it feels. Oh, horrible heavy landing. I'll go for the gap. So there's 3 ways that you can customize your board. There's many more. Obviously, we've already seen videos about how you can change your stance. So I have my trucks on the inside setting. You can change where the shocks are in the trucks to make your board more or less turny, and there's different grades of shocks. You can change where your bindings are. Basically, it's endless possibilities. I expect a lot of us now will be doing some sticker jobs or grip tape jobs, just so we can tell our boards apart, because I think there's going to be quite a lot of riders over here in Europe and probably all over the world that get one of these bad boys, the DW3. Yeah, so looking forward to riding with the whole squad.
So there you have it. There's a few little tech trips that you guys can try out at home. If you guys do anything weird with your board, or maybe you want to share something with the community, write it in the comments below and let us know what you do to your board. And we're really curious to know the settings people are doing on their new Matrix 3 truck. So if you've got them yet, we would love to know what shock block you're using and what position you're putting them in. I like it super loose, so I've got the white shock blocks in the outside position. But I thought you guys might find this interesting. This is the Australian Mountainboarders mountain board ramp, where we do shows all the way around Australia on our big air setup. And I thought I'd give you a quick little tour. So the way this works is everything packs into this massive trailer here. On top we have our roll-in tower. Now as you can probably see down there, there's a little winch, and you wind the winch up and this whole tower goes vertical about 5 meters up in the air. So that's our roll-in ramp where we start from, ride down, and then we hit a big jump. Over in the back here, everything's sort of packed up, but at the front here we have the airbag. We've got all of our tools and accessories, all the helmets, speakers, PA equipment. This is our kicker. It's about 2 meters tall, and underneath the kicker is the roll-in transition. So that slides out, goes at the front of the ramp, and then we have the kicker and the airbag. And then we have about 30 mountain boards here in the back. We use a lot of the Core 94s for mountain board lessons. These are great for people of all sizes to learn how to ride on. And then we have some bigger boards like the Pro 97 for the adults. So that's pretty much our setup. We also have this back door that opens up and creates a little ramp. And then over here, we also have our smaller trailer that we use for birthday parties and mountain board lessons. It's pretty cool. It's got a fold out awning for shade and a barbecue on the front. I mean, what else could you really need for a mountain board setup? So if you want to see the highlights from our mountain board show this weekend, make sure you follow us on Instagram at @OzMountainboarders, and you'll be able to see this ramp set up in all its glory. But now it's time to go back to England. We're doing a lot of traversing around the world this episode. We're going back to England, and Eamon Shaw is going to give you a few tech tips in the skate park on a quarter pipe.
Wait, don't go to Eamon. I have something important to say, and that is the new stuff is in stock in Australia, in America, and very soon, if not already, in the UK and Europe. So get on, check it out, and when you get it, let us know what you think of it, because we can't wait to hear.
Hey Joel, what do you like with your MBS Matrix 3 trucks? What's your current position?
Oh, now this is interesting. Okay, so I am a truck flipper. I've gone to the extreme, to the shortest possible stance stance and truck or wheelbase length possible. So it means my trucks are flipped and I'm in the inside position of my deck. And normally I'm a stock guy. I like the whites in the outside position, but because I've moved my wheelbase so short, I've actually gone to oranges. No compression, just straight oranges, outside position, which I love, especially for the ramp system. And by the way, we're doing the ramp, we're doing the demo stuff for Australian Mountainboarders this weekend. So that one is just fast and straight and big, and that position works best for me.
Why did you decide to move your wheelbase in?
I love nimble boards. I love just kind of, jumping, light stuff that just feels really, really easy. And for me, the longer the wheelbase, the more, kind of rotational inertia it has. So I like that. And also I really dig just how easy it is to ollie. It's like crazy, And when I learned rail slides, my friend taught me, to get up onto the rail, that ollie is really important to kind of like lift your front up on there. So yeah, so for ollieing, manually, and just how nimble the board is like that.
What have you got to say to the people who are worried about making their wheelbase shorter because they may worry about falling off the nose or the tail, falling over their board because their wheelbase is shorter? What is your thoughts?
Don't do it.
Don't fall.
Don't fall.
Yeah.
If you're worried about it, don't do it. Some people like really big, long bases. So my advice is just experiment with it, because it is a little bit different at first, and there's advantages. But there's advantages to the long wheelbase, and that's why we do it. Little lower center of gravity, and just more base under you. So if you really like that stability, that's what it's there for. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I'd also say, don't knock it till you try it. So it's worth giving it a shot.
Great work, Jolie. Can we go and see what Eamon's doing now?
Yeah, you're free now.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you. Goodbye and well wishes.
Hello, I'm here at this awful skate park today. Able to show people how bad this skate park is. It's rubbish, but thankfully there's a cool little mini ramp. It's metal, it's dry. So today I'm going to give you some of my tips on nose picks. Tip number one, obviously after you've got a little bit of ride timing on your board, you're comfortable riding your board generally, you want to start doing picks and stuff. Tip number one would be trying them on a curb like this. It's not that high, you can't fall that far, the speed's very low, it's a good place to start off.
Approach the curb at a slow speed and lock your eyes on the part you're going to pick. Do a slight nollie pop with a backside rotation, keeping your weight over your front truck. Once you feel you start to lose balance, straighten your front leg and pop out of the stall. Then ride away.
Practice makes perfect. Try all the kinds of picks on a curb. I mean, everyone has a curb by their house probably, or not that far away. Front side one, back side one, switch ones. Do them all. And then once you're comfortable with that, come to a skate park and then you can try it on a quarter pipe. This could be considered a few steps ahead from the curb. Like you could try it on a bank. Say if you got a bank somewhere and you get a log or something and put it on the bank, and you've not got such a steep transition, and that's a sort of a less risky way of trying it. But eventually you'll get to a mini ramp like this. That's practice. Let's work to get dizzy.
Picks on a quarter pipe are very similar to doing them on a curb. The main difference being you get your weight further forward and over the top of the coping. When you pop out of the stall, you need to push your weight forward again to land all four wheels smoothly in the transition.
That's some pick tips. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so what do you think? Do you reckon you could do the nose pick? If you do a good one and tag us on Instagram at MBS Mountainboard, we might even repost your clip. But it's that time of the week. It is time for the rider of the week. This right here is the rider of the week. If you want to be in the running to be a rider of the week, all you need to do is email your clips to social@mbs.com. And the only rule is they have to be from the week previous. So they have to be a new clip. You can't cheat and send us old clips. They must be new. They must be awesome. And at the end of the month, we're going to decide who is the rider of the month, and then you can win a prize pack from MBS Mountainboards. But for all you guys around the world wanting to get the DW3, it is available in America and Australia, and it may even be available in UK, Europe, when this video comes out, if not a few days after. So it's not very far away. This board is awesome. You guys have been seeing it for months now. I hope you enjoy it. Send me your photos of you opening your board up. That makes me so excited to see you riding the boards. If you want to see us here in Melbourne this weekend, we'll be performing at the Frankston Waterfront Festival. Send me a message on Instagram and I'll get you sorted. Alright guys, that's it for this week's episode of Warren Weekly. Get off the couch and we'll see you next time on the hill.